Where the Democrats are. They don't have ideas. It's the same great society, big government, socialist rhetoric that we have heard from them for generations. Not back to FDR, back to TR, back to Teddy Roosevelt with progressive control of our health care. That's right, this false progressivism. They don't have ideas. They are scrambling. They don't know how this story ends. They don't have solutions for the intractable problems, for the real economic insecurities that people in this state and in this country feel because their control and dominion over their lives is slowly being taken away. The good news is, and we hear about this all the time, we have a great opportunity this year, right? How did the Democrats pass socialized medicine? How did they pass this federal takeover of healthcare? It wasn't in the power of ideas. It was because they have 75 more Democrats in the House than there are Republicans. That's how they did it. It was a numbers game. And we need to win elections this year. If you want to see repeal, reform, and replace, if you want to see the Bush tax cuts made permanent, if you want to protect our borders, then we need to win elections this year, and we have the people to do it. Adam Kinzinger against Halverson, Bill Brady against, what's his name again, Pat Quinn, right? Up and down the ballot, the local candidates that you heard from legislative office here today, at some point, I understand that we want people that are pure of heart, but we have to settle sometimes for 80% or 90% because it is a numbers game and elections matter, and we cannot miss this opportunity. And it's more than coming out to a tea party. It's more than blogging or writing comments on the blogosphere. It's more than preaching to the choir around you. It is getting out and working for folks because our margin for error is very small because they have bribed people with their own money. And they're almost to critical mass. The good news is that we still have more people that are paying the bills and getting very little in return from their government in terms of either benefits or services than we do people who have ceded control of their lives to the government. But this is the watershed moment. If we don't get it done now, then I'm afraid it's going to take something on the order of Red Dawn to get it done after this. So let me tell you, let me just close with a little anecdote that I like to keep in mind. So this was actually a speech that was given at my college graduation that I still take to this day, some 16 years later. There was this village elder who knew everything. So there was two young men in the village that wanted to prove the village elder wrong. So they cooked up this scheme. They were going to capture a bird, and they were going to hold it in their hands like this so you couldn't see if the bird was alive or dead. And they were going to go to the great village elder, and they were going to say, "Oh, great village elder, you know all. Tell us, is this bird in our hand alive or is it dead?" And if the village elder said it's alive, they'd open up their hands and let the bird fly away and prove him wrong that the bird was indeed alive. And if the village elder said the bird was dead, the bird was alive, excuse me, they'd close down their hands, they'd kill the bird, they'd open up their hands and show him that the bird was dead and that the village elder was wrong. So that's what they did. They went to him, they posed this question, "This bird in our hands, oh great village elder, is it alive or is it dead?" And the village elder says, "It's in your hands." And that is where the fate of our nation and our state is today. It is in the hands of everyone who is assembled here today, and I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.